Hello and welcome to the digital storytelling assignment. This is my assignment. I have created a story of Mary, who is manager of Heartfulness. This story is created to introduce the topic of correlation to graduate student. To begin with the story, let me introduce the main character of story, Mary, who is manager of perfume selling company Heartfulness. And it is the time she is preparing her annual report to be presented with her boss. She is thinking the ideas to make her report interesting. She is now preparing report to be presented in a different way. While preparing her report, she got an idea to showcase sales of reports in some different way. So she analyzed the data of sales and observed that there is a linear pattern in the sale with respect to season of year, and hence she decided to use correlation to interpret this relation. When she draw the graph of sale with respect to season, she come to know that the sale of perfume increases as the summer season is going to be approached. So now she do the same thing with the data. To show and calculate this, she calculate the average sales of seasons in the last 4 years and finally switch over to Excel, MS Excel software, to find the correlation between the temperature of season and the sales of or average sales of the last 4 years. In order to find the correlation coefficient, she used the function correl in Excel and obtained the value of correlation coefficient denoted by R. When she calculates, she comes to know that the value of R is 0.8. It means there is a positive correlation between temperature and the sales in perfume. Now to represent the same thing graphically, she plotted a scatter diagram in Excel and fitted a trend line. And also she obtained a regression line to showcase how much sale depends upon the temperature. And finally the day came when she is prepared with the report, and this is the day to showcase her talent. She is much confident with the work, but let's see what is going to help in the meeting. So now it's time for the meeting. Her boss is there and she is showing her report. Finally, her boss is impressed by her work and is looking forward for the same thing in future. But yes, suggested her to find out more variables affecting sales and to look how the sales could be increased. This is the fruitful end of happy efforts of Mary. She is happy with the use of statistics in her work. Now let's discuss what we have learned. What we have learned that whenever there are two things and we are looking for the relation between the two, how much one is depending upon other, there exists a statistical tool called as correlation. It exists between the two variables in positive way or it could be in negative way. Whenever one thing is increasing and affecting the other also to be increased or decreased in the same manner, then there is a positive relationship. When one thing is increasing but another is decreasing at the same time, then there is a negative relationship. Or might be possible there could be no relationship when there is no effect of increasing or decreasing of one entity on the another. And the same thing could be represented in form of scatter diagram. Here I have shown the positive relation, the negative relation, and might be no relation graphically by scatter diagram. And how to measure correlation? In order to measure correlation, we have to find out the correlation coefficient R, whose value find out that how much the things are associated, whose value lie between -1 to 1, and the sign of R denotes the nature of association. Here I have presented the formula, the explicit formula to calculate, and also I have shown what is the range for R to be a weak, intermediate or strong relation. So let's stop for the now. Thanks. You have learned the concept of correlation with aid of this story of Mary, and finally we are happy to learn this course to learn how a digital story can be created. Thank you and bye-bye.